The South Winn Coach Conversation brought to you by Dave's Collision Shop and Becker Hardware. We're with head coach Jason Ohrt after last week's 48-24 loss to Wapsie Valley. Coach, what were the takeaways from last Friday night?
Well, our kids fought the entire game. We had a strong first half moving the ball. We had a chance to punch one in right before halftime to potentially make it 21-10, and unfortunately, they made their defensive end, number 24, a really good player, made a nice play on our quarterback, and we tried to get the pitch off, but didn't. And we would have watching the film, we would have walked in on the pitch. So just that brief little moment of just not being able to get it off, and their kid making a really good play. So then we were down 21-3 at the half, and we gave up a couple big plays in the second half to start out, but we kept fighting. And I was really impressed with how our kids played late third, early fourth quarter.
And I know you were able to run 30 more plays than Wapsie Valley. That's a sign that you were able to keep some drives going. Is some of the emphasis moving forward just being able to finish some of those drives? Because you threatened it quite a bit, but sometimes just couldn't get across that goal line.
Yeah. And like I said, I think in the second half, we were able to kind of punch those in, and we had some really nice long sustained drives, third quarter, fourth quarter. One of the big takeaways from that is that we're doing the things that we want to do offensively. We have to stop giving up big plays on defense, whether it's in the run game or the pass game. In particular, Friday night with Wapsie Valley, they had a lot of explosive runs on us. A lot of them were gap integrity type issues that, we think that we can get those easily fixed. But at the same time, we have young kids at a lot of those positions, and Wapsie Valley did a nice job exploiting that.
And when you have situations like that, sometimes is it a case of you have to see that on film so you can teach it to your players to make sure that moving forward it doesn't happen?
Yeah, especially with the young kid aspect of it. A lot of freshmen, sophomores in those positions that, they're not that far removed from junior high football, where they're not really focusing on gap integrity a whole lot. And so just a couple of those things, and week to week, Darren, it's just, we're seeing completely different teams. We go from pass heavy teams to Wapsie Valley, to more traditional run heavy, and it's a grind. And when you have juniors and seniors on your roster with experience, it's one thing. But when you have abundance of freshmen and sophomores, I mean, we finished the second half Friday night defensively with one senior on the field. That's tough. But our kids I couldn't say enough good things to the kids after the game. Usually don't losing 48-24. There's not a lot of positive things. We found a lot of positive things to say. Our kids didn't quit. They matched the physicality a lot at times, especially when we were on offense, and they just played extremely hard. And I thought our team grew up a little bit Friday night.
And you mentioned one of your juniors in particular, Parker Timp, 151 yards and one touchdown, and also 10 tackles on defense. Discuss his individual effort really on both sides of the ball.
Well, he's healthy now. See, he had some back issues early in the season, and we really suffered with that. And he's gradually gotten healthier as time progressed. And he's our guy. I mean, he 38 touches out of those 151 yards running the football. I mean, he's built for what we're trying to do, and he's making tackles across the field from the defensive end position on the other side. So he was just relentless all night, making tackles on special teams too as well. He's just been an outstanding player. He really thrived in the reps that he got last year due to an injury at the fullback position, and has just really taken off. And it's really nice to see him blossom into the type of leader that we knew he could be.
And your special teams had a pretty decent night. Keegan Streeter with the kick return, and I had to look it up. Keegan's field goal was the first one since 2018 for your program. How have your special teams progressed throughout the season?
Darren, our special teams have been a big bright spot for us. I really feel like every game we've controlled that area for the most part, and we take a lot of pride in that. And our kicking game has gotten so much better. throughout the course of the year. Our coverage units are improving. We're making big tackles on kickoffs. We've had some turnovers there too as well. And the one area where we kind of struggled a little bit was the kickoff return game until Friday night. We really kind of broke out in that area. We had some really good returns out of all our return guys, so including Keegan. So it's a really good thing to see as we get down to the end of the season here with a lot to play for yet.
And this week, you head to Bellevue, a team with a very similar record to you. What do you expect out of them Friday night?
Well, they're going to be pretty pass heavy, but you know what? They run the ball fairly well too. You know, the thing with them is that they're a very similar team as far as age goes. They don't have a lot of seniors either. So I think we match up well as far as that aspect goes. We just got to play physical. If we play as physical as we have, you know, these last few weeks of the season and continue to grow in that area, I think we're going to be in good shape.
All right, Coach, hopefully the growth and the improvement continues. Hopefully the result is a little better this Friday night. Keep your guys healthy. We wish you best of luck.
Okay, thank you, Darren.
The South Winn Coach Conversation brought to you by Dave's Collision Shop and Becker Hardware.